Since getting back into my reading journey, I haven't stepped foot in a Barnes & Noble once. Let's talk about it. I'm on a budget because I'm a solo parent with 2 young boys, so I've had to figure out all of the different ways to read new releases and all of these popular books that I see everywhere on BookTube, BookTok, Bookstagram, all on a budget. I haven't even been anywhere near a Barnes & Noble in the past year and a half. I am going to tell you guys how I have read all of the books that I've read and how I still continue to get more and more books on my shelves without having to buy books at their full price. I'm going to split this video up into 3 categories. The first category is going to be free books. This is how you can get free books on your shelf or read for free. The middle section is going to be low-cost books. This is how you can access books for a very low cost. And the last category is going to be subscriptions. So if you have a little bit of extra cash to spend every month, then these subscriptions will save you a ton of money. We're going to jump right into the very obvious, and that is the library. I don't know if there is some sort of stigma around the library, or if we all just have this inner feeling like we need to hold on to the books that we read. For me, it's definitely that I want to have the books on my shelf and I can look at them, because honestly, if I need a little bit of a dopamine boost, I literally just sit on my bed and look at my bookshelf. Not gonna lie. So I get it. I get wanting to have the books on your shelf, but I'm going to tell you what I do. If there is a book that I want to read, I will get it from the library. And if I end up liking it, then I will either put it on my Amazon wish list, or if I have a little bit of extra money in my budget that month, I will purchase it to have it on my shelf. This is a really good way to make sure that we're not over-consuming books, but also to make sure that the books that you do have on your shelf you really, really love. I've picked up a lot of books that I thought that I was going to love from the library, and I ended up not liking them at all. And I would honestly be so disappointed if I had bought those at full price to put on my shelf and then ended up not liking them. This is a great way to make sure that you have a curated selection of books that you can come back to time and time again, and you can just look at your books knowing that they're all 4 stars and above. Getting a library card at your local library is free, but you can also get a library card at surrounding towns and cities near you, usually for a small fee. Maybe another thing about libraries is that maybe people think that they're not going to have new releases and books that they would be interested in. But local libraries put a lot of effort into curating what they have and making sure that they are keeping up with the book trends. So in general, unless you live in like a very small town, your library will probably have a lot of the books that you are interested in reading. A lot of these popular titles are actually put front and center in my library so that people know that they have the books and that they're keeping up with the trends. The next thing that you can do to get free books is free little libraries. Little free libraries are like a little box that people put in front of their houses or in front of businesses where they put free books. This is a way to get books and put them on your shelf and keep them on your shelf if you wish to. The only thing that you need, and you don't even actually really need this, but it's just a courtesy to bring a book that you do not want on your shelf anymore and replace the book that you are taking from the free little library with the one that you no longer want. If you don't have any books on your shelf currently and you're trying to build up your book collection, I believe it's totally fine if you want to go pick up 1 or 2 books from the free little library without replacing them. But as a general practice, I would definitely drop off a book that you no longer want when you're picking one up. just to keep the library full and make sure that we're not taking advantage. Free Little Library actually has an app that you can download, and it will show you all of the registered Little Free Libraries in your area with pictures and addresses. I'm actually doing a series right now where I'm finding all of the Little Free Libraries in my area and figuring out which ones are the best ones. It's actually so fun because it's like a little adventure to go find your books. So you can either download the Little Free Library app, or you can go to littlefreelibrary.org to find Little Free Libraries near you. Very similar to a free little library is book swaps. If you guys have friends that are into books also, you should try trading books. And last but not least, in the free books category, we have the Libby app. When I tell you guys, I am on this app every single day, I'm not lying. Every single day I'm on this app. If you have a library card, a lot of times they will also be partnered with the Libby app. So all you have to do is you have to put in your library card number and your town, I believe, and it will pull up all of these audiobooks and ebooks that you can read on your phone, your tablet, your Kindle, any device where you can download an app, you can use this app. This does work like a library where you have to check out the books or check out the audiobooks, or you need to wait in line for your books to be available. So on the Libby app, you can put a hold on audiobooks or ebooks that you want to read. Your library controls how many holds you can have. For my library, as an example, I'm pretty sure you can have 5 or 6 holds. You can even make notes in the Libby app as you go, which is super fun, kind of like annotating. And you can actually have multiple library cards on there, which will actually give you access to even more ebooks and audiobooks. Usually when I'm listening to audiobooks, I am more than likely listening through Libby. Okay guys, now we're gonna get into the biggest category, which is low cost books. The first thing that I want to talk about is Kindle. You don't have to have an actual Amazon Kindle to use the Kindle app and actually read books on your phone or on your tablet. Kindle has a lot of deals on their website, and you can get ebooks for a very low cost. So to find these deals, you can just type into Google Kindle deals. It'll come up with the page of all of the Kindle deals that are currently available. Sometimes you can find books on there that are 80 to 90% off of the original ebook price. The next way, and my favorite way to find low-cost books, is thrifting, you guys. My favorite thing in the world. I would say about 80 to 90% of the books on my shelf are thrifted. I just absolutely love the hunt of looking through all of the used books, and when you actually find one that you've been looking for or that's been on your TBR, it's literally so exciting. And you know what's even more exciting is the price. A book that would normally cost, like, let's say $15 at Barnes & Noble will be like $4 or $5 at the thrift store. It's seriously a no-brainer, you guys. I'll say that a lot of the books at the thrift store are actually in very good condition. I got Verity by Colleen Hoover at Savers for $3.99. And it's in perfect condition. Maybe not absolutely perfect, like there is like minor flaws, but it's not bent at all. It's perfectly fine. If I had picked this up at Barnes & Noble, I would have paid $13 more because it's $16.99 brand new at Barnes & Noble. So I saved well over half of the price by just waiting a little while and searching my thrift stores, and it's also an amazing way to help the environment. Another great way to find low-cost books is library sales. Every so often, your local library or libraries in your surrounding area will have sales where they actually are selling their library books at a deep discount. I've actually never been to a library sale before, but I really, really want to go to one. So I'm actually on the hunt for ones in my local area because I think that would be so fun. And it's just like thrifting where you get to like sift through all of these books and you get to find hidden treasures. Another amazing way to get low cost books is by using the internet. There's a lot of amazing like official book websites that you can get used books on, such as thriftbooks.com, goodwillbooks.com, betterworldbooks.com, Half Price Books. The list goes on. All you have to do is just type in used books on Google and it will come up with so many pages and pages and pages of online used bookstores. You can also use this tool called Bookfinder. If you just type Bookfinder into Google, it will come up, where you can type in the title and the author and it will actually come up with a bunch of websites where you can buy the book new and used, and it will filter it by lowest to highest price. Another great way to buy used books online is utilizing eBay, Mercari, Depop, those kinds of websites where it's kind of like private sale. This is especially good for if you're actually looking for a special edition, because tons of people are trying to sell special editions that they don't want anymore. And this is just a great way to find those, but not only special editions, but just any book at all. Mercari is a great one because sometimes they will randomly give you like a $10 credit and you can actually use that $10 credit to get a free book. I will definitely say though, if you're using a site like eBay, Mercari, or Depop, definitely check to make sure what the shipping cost is, because unlike popular used book sites like Thrift Books and Goodwill Books, if you buy a certain amount, you get free shipping. A lot of the times the sellers on eBay, Mercari, and Depop will have shipping prices on their books, so just double check the shipping before you purchase anything on there. And you can also message people on eBay and Mercari and Depop to see if they will give you a discount for buying more books. And the last thing that I have in the low cost books category is Facebook Marketplace. This can be similar to things like eBay and Depop because people can put items on there and ship them to you. But for me, I like to use Marketplace to buy locally. And you'd be surprised how many people in your area are actually reading popular books too. And on Facebook Marketplace, you can also negotiate by messaging them and seeing if they will lower their price for you or if they'll give you a discount if you buy multiple books. And the last category that I have for you guys is subscriptions. So this category is for anybody that has a little bit of extra money they can spend on a monthly subscription. The first ones that I want to talk about are for all of the audiobook lovers out there. And the first, and I think the best deal, is Spotify Premium. A lot of people already have Spotify Premium, and if you are the account holder, you have 15 hours of audiobook time available to you every month. If you don't already have Spotify Premium, it only costs $9.99 to sign up and get those 15 hours of listen time. You guys would seriously be amazed at the selection of audiobooks that they have on Spotify Premium. I would say that the majority of the popular book talk, booktube books that I have looked up on there to listen to have been available with my 15 hours of listening time. I love to use Spotify Premium listening hours when I'm trying to read a book that has a super long wait on the Libby app. Another great audiobook subscription is obviously Audible. Audible is $15.99 a month, but I'm pretty sure that you can get a discount if you're signing up for the first time. And you get one audiobook credit a month. Any audiobook that you want to listen to every single month. I'm an avid audiobook listener, so what I like to do is I like to check the Libby app to see if I can get the audiobook for free. And then if it's a long wait or if the Libby app doesn't have the audiobook that I want, I will go over to my Spotify Premium account, and usually I can find the book title that I'm looking for on Spotify Premium and use my listening hours. And then if that fails, then I go to Audible, and I know that I can always use my Audible credit on any audiobook that I want. The next subscription that I want to talk about is Kindle Unlimited. Again, you don't need a Kindle to utilize Kindle Unlimited as long as you have a device that you can download the Kindle app onto. Kindle Unlimited is $11.99 per month, and you have access to so many ebooks on there, and even ones that are super popular on Book Talk and BookTube. And the last thing that I want to talk about in the subscriptions category is book subscription boxes, such as Book of the Month, Illumicrate, Fairy Loot, Crate Joy. There's an endless amount of book subscription boxes that you can subscribe to and get books every month. I think the most popular one is Book of the Month. So depending on your membership plan, your monthly subscription cost will be $12.50 to $17.99 a month. And that's it, guys. I really hope that this video was helpful for you. I actually think that this method of finding books and reading is actually a lot more fun because it's kind of like adventurous. Don't get me wrong, I also love Barnes & Noble. Because you know when you walk in there, you're gonna find the book that you're looking for. But most of the time, I do love the hunt of it. I love sifting through books. I love seeing what books my library has. And I love finding books from the library that I end up loving that I eventually get to go pick up on thriftbooks.com. Or that I get to just keep in the back of my mind to hunt for the next time I'm at the thrift store. Not only does this keep our wallet happy, but it also is so much better for the planet. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and comment and subscribe. Talk to me down below about books you found at the thrift store that you were so excited for. Let me know how amazing your libraries are. Tell me if there's anything that I missed in this video because I would love to know new ways to find low-cost books. If you like bookish videos, I would love it if you would stick around and hang out with me every week on Friday. My social medias are down below if you're interested in that. But until next time, guys. Bye!